Hey everyone, I wanted to show you a strategy, basically kind of in action of what I used to trade NM earlier this week. This is of course on stockcharts.com, free charting software. I've talked about it before. If you guys aren't using it right now for your charting, if you're just using Robinhood, this is definitely a big step up, and I think it'd be beneficial for you all. But and like I said, it's free, so that should definitely interest you at the very least. But you basically enter your stock up here. The stock I traded was NM, so you just type NM and all your options will come up here if that's related to an NM name stock. You just select on it here. It always pops up with a 6-month chart first. And what I like about that is because it also shows the RSI MACD here. And when I initially punch in a stock off a screener and I go here, this is the view that it gives me first. It gives me that 6-month outlook with these three graphs plus the volume in here. And I can tell you right off the bat, I liked what I saw. And I'll show you why here. If you want to edit this chart at all, add lines or anything like that, you just come down here to annotate. And what I saw was two things. I saw down here on the MACD, I saw this little cross right here where the red line and the black line were crossing, as well as the blue line was kind of like on an upward trend. And then I also saw the RSI here being, or I should say coming up kind of in the middle on a slight upward trend. So mid RSI and then the cross here. And then from there, I looked at the chart itself and I kind of made some drawings on it, and I put a support and resistance line. So I put the resistance up here at the top where like these peaks are, and I put the support kind of at the bottom where it looks like there's like a bounce happening right here. And it also runs a little parallel with these tops along here and then along here kind of close. But this is where the stock is right now, and this is basically like kind of like a window where it shows you the window of potential trading room that this stock is going to go. So once I saw this here at the top, I saw the chart like this, I saw the cross here, then I got interested. So that's on the 6-month view. So now what I do is, once I look at that 6-month and I see those indicators, and then I come down here to my range under chart attributes, and I select fill the chart, and all these options come up, and I choose the 1 month. So I'm going to update it right here. So now I'm looking at a 1-month chart. And again, you see the same thing. You see a little bit better now. You see the MACD coming to that cross. You see the blue bars here coming up. And this is basically the blue bars are a 9-day trading average. The black line is a 12-day trading average, and the red line is a 26-day trading average, just a moving average. And then the RSI here, which is the trend of the stock against the relative strength of it, or the relative strength index. And then you see it kind of coming up here, and it comes at this midway point, like a breaking point. And when I bought the stock, it was right around or right after these little bars here, and it was kind of coming up on this candlestick here. And if you guys don't know, this is a candlestick chart. Each one in this case is representing a day out of a month. So you see 22 is this candle, not the lower candles here. These are the volume bars. I'm talking the candles up here. And then you got the white one, 23, this red one, 24, and then so on and so forth. And then you see like the wicks, which are these like stems coming out the top. You see another one here. You see another one here. But when I make these bars, I'm just going to use, or when I make these lines, I'm just going to use the body of the wick, not the body of the candle, not the wick itself. But when I do that, I'm going to go to the annotate again. Then I'm going to select the tools over here, and you have your options: trend line, vertical line, horizontal line, and so on. So I use horizontal, and I'm going to make a trend line at the top of that candle pretty much. I'm going to make it touch the base there. Then I'm going to pick the lowest candle on this chart and put another one. So this is a better view of that trading window I was talking about. So when I initially got into this, the MACD here was just hadn't quite touched the red line, but it was sloping up like this, as well as the blue bar sloping up. So that was like a trend that was telling me there's going to be a reversal. And then, like I said, I saw the RSI here below this kind of like dotted line here, and it was like kind of coming up. So to me, that was looking like it was going to cross that, or it was going to push through that dotted line and keep going up. Now, on the graph here, the upward trending candlesticks is also an indicator. I saw this like dead stop kind of here between these two candles. You see how they're like very flat. So basically the stock kind of bounced up and down inside this range. That's what the wicks are, and then eventually closed in that little square. And then this one was even smaller, and same thing. It went up and down this wick a little bit, and then it just flattened out. And then the upward trend starting happening here, and that's basically when I got into it. And then it hit a certain point, and then I think it was like just a couple cents under 191 here, and then I sold it. So that's kind of what I look at when I try to find a stock. Like you saw in the 6 month, I saw the first indicator was the potential reversal here. The other was the potential breakthrough here, and then I saw kind of this little dead stop right here on the chart, and then with the slight uptrend. So it looked like to me there was a reversal in play. So I went ahead and drew some additional lines. I drew a resistance up top and a support down below. And then I kind of went through all those steps, and that's how I eventually made my decision to buy the stock. So that's kind of like start to finish, you could say, of my trading process when I look at graphs doing technical analysis. Now, of course, there's also I talked in other videos about fundamental analysis, but I have said before, I like technical analysis better, so I use it more often when I trade. And I know I show you all a lot of what I do on the Robinhood app, but that graph is very simplistic, and you can't, or I can't do everything I want to show you all on how to do stuff like this. Or I can do candlesticks, I could put on moving averages, I could have RSI, I could do support and resistance lines. I could do a lot more to show you how I justify a trade that I want to buy or sell. You know what I mean? And by putting these lines in, this is like kind of like your stop and get out. So I chose my get in point right at this candle in the upward trend, but I set my get out point at about $1.65, which is right around here on this bottom line just inserted. So that way, that was my stop loss. So that way, if the stock went down to that stop loss, it would just sell automatically before I lost too much. But it went upward, and I made money on it, so I decided to sell it. So having all these different tools at your disposal is definitely going to be beneficial for you all. So I hope you try to start adding it more in. And like I said, the stock chart software is free. Just go to stockcharts.com and you can do all this for free. I mean, it's a big step up from Robinhood's little chart, and like Robinhood, it's also free. So I hope you all take advantage of it. But with that, if you guys have any questions on this chart at all, feel free to let me know. I'll do my best to answer. As well as any other like technical analysis questions you might have. Also, if you like my content, like help me out, click like and subscribe, and I'll keep making more vids for you guys.